Listen up, you lot! Are you tired of the same boring salads and sad sandwiches for lunch? Do you think vegan food is just rabbit food? Well, get ready to have your minds blown because I'm about to show you 3 easy vegan lunch ideas that are packed with flavor and won't have you stuck in the kitchen all day. We're talking quick, delicious, and satisfying meals even I'd be proud to serve. So, ditch the excuses and let's get cooking. First up, we've got the chickpea salad wrap. Now, this isn't your grandma's soggy salad, all right? Grab a can of chickpeas, drain them, and give them a good rinse. Then toss them in a bowl and grab your potato masher. Don't have one? Use a fork, you donkey. Mash those chickpeas until they're somewhat broken down, but leave some texture. We don't want baby food. Next, add 2 tablespoons of vegan mayo. Make sure it's good quality, none of that tasteless goop. A tablespoon of mustard for a bit of a kick, and a good squeeze of fresh lemon juice. Season it generously with salt and pepper, give it a taste, and adjust accordingly. You want it to sing, not whisper. Now, grab your favorite tortilla, pile on some fresh lettuce, some crunchy cucumbers, and juicy tomatoes. Spread that glorious chickpea mixture on top, roll it up tight, and you've got yourself a lunch that's ready in a flash. Next up is a dish that's as easy as it gets: one-pot veggie quinoa. This one's for those of you who claim you can't cook. If you can boil water, you can handle this. Grab a pot, any pot will do, and add a cup of quinoa, 2 cups of vegetable broth. Make sure it's good quality, none of that watery nonsense. And a cup of your favorite mixed veggies. I like to use broccoli florets, chopped carrots, and some sweet peas for a bit of color. Now for the magic touch: a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of ground cumin, and a good pinch of salt and pepper. Give it a good stir, crank up the heat, and bring it to a boil. Once it's bubbling, turn the heat down to low, cover the pot, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Go check your emails, do a few jumping jacks, whatever you need to do. Once the quinoa is cooked and fluffy, give it a taste and adjust the seasoning if needed. Top it off with some fresh parsley for that chef's kiss, and you've got yourself a healthy, nutrient-packed lunch that will fuel your day. Now for the final dish: vegan pesto pasta. Don't even think about reaching for that jar of ready-made pesto. We're making this from scratch. Alright, maybe not completely from scratch, but trust me on this one. Cook your favorite pasta according to the package directions. Al dente, you hear me? No one likes soggy pasta. While the pasta is cooking, grab a food processor and toss in a handful of fresh basil leaves, about 2 cups. You want it packed with flavor. A 1/4 cup of pine nuts, 2 cloves of garlic. None of that pre-minced rubbish. A 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast for that cheesy goodness. A good pinch of salt and pepper, and about a 1/2 cup of good quality olive oil. Blitz it all up until it forms a smooth paste, scraping down the sides as needed. Once the pasta is cooked and drained, toss it with the pesto, adding a bit of the pasta water if it's too thick. Now, here's where you can get creative. Toss in some halved cherry tomatoes for a burst of sweetness, some toasted pine nuts for crunch, or even some wilted spinach for extra nutrients. Top it off with a drizzle of olive oil and a sprinkle of fresh basil, and you've got yourself a restaurant-quality lunch that will impress even the biggest carnivores. There you have it. 3 easy vegan lunches that are quick, delicious, and perfect for busy days. No more excuses about not having enough time or vegan food being boring. With these recipes, you'll be the envy of your colleagues, friends, and maybe even your mother-in-law. So ditch the takeout menus, get in the kitchen, and show everyone what you're capable of. Remember, anyone can follow a recipe, but it takes a true chef to create something special. Now go forth and conquer.